Although the official voting hours have passed, there are quite a few polling stations that remain open because there are still several people out there waiting to cast their votes. But overall, they say very little incidents have been reported. Those who have wanted to vote have been able to do so. The day here in Venezuela started very early for those who wanted to cast their votes.
The morning headline, potentially 16 million voters could decide on the future of Venezuela's constitution. Since the early morning hours, voters lined up at polling stations across the country to vote a simple yes or no. President Chavez himself said this is the most crucial electoral process his government has ever faced. At stake, 69 constitutional amendments that would make it easier for Chavez to implement a full socialist state in Venezuela. Mario Sardinas waited for hours to cast his vote in a middle-class district in the capital.
I'm comfortable with social democracy. I'm not comfortable with communist. And I don't like to be told what to do. I like to have freedom. I love freedom.
Across town, in a working-class neighborhood, Zoraida Romero also cast her vote early on Sunday. She said she did it for her 6 children. There has to be more equality, she said. No more I belong here and you belong there. Crowds at many polling centers were relatively small. Some voters said there were long waits due to malfunctioning voting machines. And while they waited, many wondered what the headline tomorrow will be.
We'll have to wait a few more hours before results start trickling in. We also are waiting for word on an incident involving now dissident former Minister of Defense General Raul Baduel, whose assistants today said he had been the possible subject of some sort of attack, an incident involving him as he was leaving a voting station in the city of Maracay. Apparently a gunman appeared and fired some shots. We have still not heard from the general. We are expecting him to speak to the press to give us more details on that incident. Melitza?
And Harris, this is a very close vote. What has Chavez said about accepting the results?
Well, he said today that he would accept whatever results were made official later tonight. That is a departure from what he said on Friday when he told tens of thousands of his supporters gathered at a closing rally that they would take to the streets if necessary and if the opposition to the streets. Some analysts, however, say that that is more basically fiery rhetoric aimed at firing up his supporters before this very crucial vote.